Q3 earnings for Coca-Cola. In this environment, it is economic crunch or recession or technical recession or for investors, bear market and all these things. Given what is happening in the macroeconomics, it is only very few companies that can raise their product prices and still be beating their earnings and make profit. Coca-Cola just did that. They raised their prices. Coca-Cola has raised the prices all over the world. If you, I mean, for every consumer in Nigeria that used to buy Coca-Cola for 100 naira, I'm sure it's around 150 naira now. So you know that they've raised their prices, but they beat their earnings after raising the prices. Even though things are not easy everywhere, all over the world, we know what is going on. But then it just tells you that some products are resilient. People still want to have a drink, no matter how you feel. Even though things are really, really bad in some places than the other. I mean, having a bottle of Coca-Cola is still okay. It's not beyond, a layman. It's not luxury. So you still consider that as a necessity because having a drink shouldn't be a luxury. Coca-Cola beat their earnings top and bottom. Let's have a look at the details of it. The actual revenue is 11.10 billion, while the estimate is 10.51 billion, and the EPS is 0.69, while the estimate is 0.64. The stock price is already up around 1.5%. But one thing I've noticed, that I've observed, because I used to hold Coca-Cola in my own portfolio, I don't have it anymore. Given all the challenges we've had this year, as things are going, beer market, the likelihood of recession, the COVID lockdown and in China, Ukraine, Coca-Cola has actually pulled out from Russia, all these things, the stock price has remained relatively stable. We'll have a look at the 52 weeks high, 52 weeks low, because I know it's trading around $56, $57, and when I sold mine it was around $61 or so. So it has not really changed significantly this year. Let's have a look at details of the earnings. Let's have a look at the chart and also have a look at the website, because it's not just for this part of the world. It might just be bottles of Coca-Cola that we know. They might actually do much more than that. Just like when we check PepsiCo, we saw that there's much more snacks and other stuff that they also have on their website. So let's have a look at Coca-Cola and let's see what other product which is within their array of products. Let's have a look. Here is a website for Coca-Cola. As you can see, it actually looks colorful. Our brands, our company, sustainability, social impact, careers, news, investor. I mean, we will check the investor relation later on. Creating a world without waste. The interconnected global challenges of packaging waste and climate change have made this a focus for our business, and we are taking a hard look at the packaging we use and how we can drive change. Explore our world without waste, global and progress. Um, Creating a diverse, equal, and inclusive culture. And these are their brand, crafting brands and choices people love, providing refreshment in body and spirit. You can see the Coca-Cola, Simply Orange, Fair Life, Fizzy, and Power Ride. Um, Working towards a better shared future. This is all about taking care of the environment, climate change, and then we nurture a culture that values how we work as much as what we achieve through inclusivity, empowerment, curiosity, and agility. Let's have a look at the investor relation. Under the investor relation, we have the latest quarterly result Q3 2022, the Coca-Cola company. Also, here we have the highlight. Global unit case volume grew 4%, net revenue grew 10%, organic revenue non-GAAP grew 16%.
Operating income grew 7%. Comparable currency neutral operating income non-GAAP grew 18%. Operating margin was 27.9 versus 28.9 in prior year. Comparable operating margin non-GAAP was 29.5% versus 30.0% in prior year. The EPS grew 14% to 0.65 cents. Comparable EPS non-GAAP grew 7% to 0.69. Let's have a look at the other information here. But then let's okay. As at the market close of November 4, the price of the Coca-Cola stock is at $59.26. Um, we can see the volume traded with 9.73 million, days range, and a 52 weeks range. 52 weeks low is $52.28, while 52 weeks high is $57.20. Let's have a look at the PDF document for the earnings release. Here it is. I already clicked on it, so we have it here. Um, Under the earnings report, let's start from the top here. Coca-Cola news release, Coca-Cola report third quarter 2022 result. Um, we have read this earlier. It's the same highlight. Here we have Atlanta, October 25th, 2022. The Coca-Cola company today reported strong third quarter 2022 result as the company continued to build on the momentum from the first half of the year. Our strong capabilities, consumer insight continue to help us win the marketplace, said James Quincy, chairman and CEO of the Coca-Cola Company. Our business is resilient amidst a dynamic operating and macroeconomic environment. We are investing in our strong portfolio of brands, which is a cornerstone of our ability to deliver long-term value for our uh, stockholders. Their highlight quarterly performance, revenue, net revenue grew 10% to 11.1 billion, and organic revenue non-GAAP grew 16%. Organic revenue non-GAAP performance was strong across operating segment and included 12% growth in price mix and 4% growth in concentrate sales. Operating margin, include which include items impacting comparability, was 27.9% versus 28.9% in prior year, while the comparable operating margin non-GAAP was 29.5% versus 30% in the prior year. Comparable operating margin non-GAAP compressed as strong top-line growth was more than offset by the impact of the Body Armor acquisition, higher operating costs, an increase in marketing investment versus the prior year, and currency headwind. Earnings per share, the EPS grew 14% to 0.65, and comparable EPS non grew 7% to 0.69. Comparable EPS non-GAAP comparable included the impact of an 11-point currency headwind. Market share, the company gained value market share in total non-alcoholic ready-to-drink beverage. Cash flow from the operation was 8.1 billion year to year, a decline of 1.2 billion versus the prior year as strong business performance was more than the offset by the impact of cycling the timing of working capital benefit in prior year and higher 2021 annual incentive in current year. Free cash flow non-GAAP was 7.3 billion, a decline of 1.2 billion versus the prior year. This is incompatible with the 2022 and 2021. So it's a decline, but then it still beat the earnings for the estimate for what was projected. Company update, leveraging strong revenue growth management capabilities to meet consumer need in an environment where consumer preferences are rapidly evolving. The company is focused on expanding its offering to fit all consumer budget. The Coca-Cola Value Bundle, which was launched in North America during the third quarter is an example of how the company is offering more choices to cost conscious consumer. The bundle features an assortment of core sparkling brands at relevant and comparative price point. By utilizing end-to-end messaging across platforms, these offerings are retaining and recruiting more consumers while creating value for customers. Additionally, the company is balancing the mix between affordability, premiumization, while driving pricing action in the marketplace in response to ongoing cost inflation. For example, in Australia, the company achieved low double-digit retail value in the sparkling category and gained approximately 1.5 point of sparkling value share through the intelligent segmented pricing, increased premium mix through multi-packs of mini cans, and optimized promotional incentives for at-home occasions. Now you can see different strategies. This is this part is just analyzing, talking about their um, uh, strategy of winning share of the market, sparkling value waters and all that. Strategically expanding in emerging categories, increasing water security through collaboration and collective action. These are the actions they are taking. Here we can have the numbers here. Operating review, 3 month ended September 30th, 2022. Revenue and volume. Percentage change. Consolidated here, consolidated Europe, Middle East, Africa, Latin America, North America. Coca-Cola is all over the world. So, I mean, you can have a look at these numbers in your own time. But for the operating income EPS, let's have a look at this. In Europe, Europe, Middle East, and Africa, reported operating income here you have two, what items impacting comparability. You have one there. Currency impact. I mean, currency. We all know about the currency impact now. You know the exchange rate in different countries where they operate. I mean, they operate on local currencies, which will later be converted to dollar. Comparable currency neutral percentage. Here, note certain raw may not had due to rounding. For bottling investment, this represent the percentage in net revenue attributable to the decrease in unit case volume computed based on total sales rather than average daily sales in each of the corresponding period after considering the impact of structural changes, if any. All these are basic more of information where which are vital as an investor. You just might be interested in all the information, but the key thing is the cash flow, whether they are able to pay their debt, total liability to free cash flow. Here consolidated unit case volume grew 4% with broad-based growth across most operating segments. Volume performance was driven by strength in away from home channels and ongoing investment in the marketplace. Developed market grew in single digit, while developing and emerging market low single digit. Growth in developed Growth in developed market was led by Western Europe, Mexico, and United States, while growth in developing and emerging market was led by India, China, and Brazil. Let's have a look at the um, technical chart for the price action. Here we have the technical chart here, and we have the market information here. The market capitalization is 254.19 billion. Shares in float is 4281.3 million, and shares outstanding is 4324.5 million. We're looking at a weekly chart. The EPS rating is 69, while the EPS growth rate is 4%. Uh, Cash flow is $2.67. Return on equity is 48%. These are the past EPS and present, and also at the estimate for 2023. But you can see Coca-Cola has always been on a positive, from successive years. Now we have the price as at the close of Friday for $59.03. The 52 weeks high is $67.20, while 52 weeks low $52.28. It is currently trading as minus 12.2%. Let's have a look at the ownership here. On the ownership, we have funds own 33%, banks 2%, and insurance 9%. Let's have a look at the checklist. Under the checklist, Peter Lynch, it scores 4/8. Let's have a look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett 10 out of 16. Um, Benjamin Graham's Benjamin Graham's is 9 out of 13. So let's have a look at the technical. Under the technical, it shows that it is trading above 10 weeks moving average, but below 40 weeks moving average. And here is significant. 15 weeks moving average is $58.30. So let's have a look at the chart itself for the price action. As you can see, this is a weekly chart, so it tells you that the last week was it actually closed negative, but it also shows that it is still above the 10 weeks moving average, which is 59. The 10 weeks moving average is around $58. So, but it's below the 40 weeks moving average, which is this black line here. But then we can see that it's actually there was a bullish move before now, and then we have a downward move, which is also significant. Then he broke this channel on the upside, but then the last candle here, which is for last week, is a bearish candle. So let's have a look at it on a daily chart. On a daily chart, what we can see, it is yet to respond. Slow. I guess the network is a bit awkward. Daily chart. Sorry about that. Okay, here is a daily chart. On the daily chart, as we can see, it is trading above 15-day and 50-day moving average. But then this shows that it was actually it started a bullish move, which was also this line acts as a support line, which it broke down to the downward side, but it is sitting here on the 15-day moving average as support. But before then, we also have this significant move here, which is a downward slide. Then we have a period of sideways, which we can call consolidation, before he broke this on a upside move. But then Coca-Cola has remained relatively stable, at least for throughout this year. It hasn't dropped as much as many other stocks in the market. Some stocks have dropped 50%, 60%, 75%, but I mean the maximum it has is around 15% or so. Yeah. So guys, be careful. Do not just add Coca-Cola to your portfolio without making a proper valuation to see that, and to also check if it fits within your um, investment idea. Not every stock we analyze on this channel that you should add to your position. You should always do your own valuation and check if it's a company you really want to own. Don't say because I know Coca-Cola that is good. No, you need to check their books.
You have seen the details of Coca-Cola earnings, you have seen the product, and you have seen the website. And we are also seeing the technical chart. You've seen the 52 weeks high and 52 weeks low. Coca-Cola is actually a relative stable company. I'm not saying you should go and buy it. It just means that you should do your valuation, check if it fits within your own portfolio. Not every stock fits into your investment idea. Some don't fit in, some are fit in. But you need to have a criteria, and you also have a way of balancing your portfolio. So you're not just buying mainly tech or mainly Dow or mainly confectionaries. you should have a way to balance it, you know, diversify. Make sure that you don't have too much of this and too much of that. Thank you for watching this channel. We'll continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Please call again.